And just like that, the next episode has begun. Welcome back to VA-11, Holy Cyberpunk Bartender Action. I'm your host, MegaShadowFist, as like a video games, as like a commentary. Last left off, we were talking to Miss Alma Mater about, I wonder what her last name actually is. I keep saying Alma Mater. Isn't pronounced Alma Mater? It's like Alma Mater, or Mater. That sounds French. It's not French, it's Latin, but whatever. Anyway. Yeah, what were we talking about when we last left off? If you weren't completely turned off by that random tangent I just did, we were talking to Alma. So anyway. Imagine if suddenly a group of tweens broke into this bar and started asking for drinks. That's how it feels for me, and it's thanks to that damned Alice_Rabbit thing. I see. But enough of that, there's a more pressing matter at hand. There is? Yeah, you've been delaying my invitations for hanging out sometime for too long. Oh, you know what? I'm not quite sure if it's the English accent or the glasses or the fact they gave her the English accent or the glasses, probably a mixture of both, but for some reason she's reminding me of Bayonetta. Actually, Miss Alma. Actually, relatively recently, I started getting back into Bayonetta and Resins of Fate. I've been doing that. I'm doing a new game plus a Bayonetta, and I'm just doing normal Resins of Fate just to experience the story again. Do you hate me that much, Jill? Does my presence make you that uncomfortable? It's just something that I've been doing just because. No, at this rate, I might just crash my apartment. That way, you can't just say no. You know, I'm kind of the same way, though. Like, I get it. I get what Jill's... I get Jill. Maybe I'll also crash for the night. We could have a sleepover. Braid our hair, tell stories all night, shower together. You know, you need some human warmth in that place. Your tits alone would fill my entire bathroom. Man, you react too nonchalantly. It's no fun. React a little bit. Let me tease you for a second. I refuse. In all seriousness, though, any particular reason you keep turning down my invitations? I mean, it's not a date. I just want to have a conversation with you outside these four walls. I'm not a morning person. Actually, I differ from Jill in that case. I am definitely a morning person, not a night person at all. I fall asleep too easily. I registered for night shift precisely to avoid waking up early. The earliest I've ever asked you out is 10 a.m., you know. That's early morning by my standards. I mean, it's not that I don't want to hang out, I just don't want to wake up early. Like, that's kind of the same thing with me, except the exact opposite. Like, I have friends who, the four amigos that I've talked about before, right? You know, those old friends from high school, / one of them was from middle school, we didn't go to high school together. Yeah, like, they're always doing these things at night, and I'm just like, I don't feel like staying up this late, so I'm just not gonna do anything. I mean, it's not that I don't want to hang out, I just don't want to wake up too early. You are hopeless. Anyway, I'm gonna need another drink here. Like, say, a big Brandtini. Finally, that's the Alma I know. A big Brandtini. Easy enough? Alright, Brandtini. The only one that I've memorized is the beer. And before you say anything, watch. I'm gonna do this right here. I don't think you've memorized the beer. Watch this. Okay, mix. Watch, I get this wrong too. Stop. Look at that. Beer. Oh, it would have been funny if you accidentally served that. Yeah, that would have been actually... Yeah. See, I did it. I did the beer. So I memorized it. Friggin'. I don't think you've memorized it. Yeah, I have. There you go. 4, 5, 6. We need to do a big one, right? So 7, 8, 9, 10... 3, we can't do more than 12. 3, I think when he said 10 automatically means big, was he talking about the ingredients or like this, like the ingredients or the ingredients? Or like the ingredient, I don't know if I'm making any sense right now, but like, was he talking about this or this? Because I remember Jillian said that if it's 10 or more, it's automatically big. I thought that he was talking about this, but maybe he's talking about this. I don't know. Oops, gotta reset. Yeah, there's no B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We need 6 powder delta. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 Karmatrine. We need 2 Karmatrine then. All aged and mixed. Yeah, I already read the whatchamacallit for that. Mix. Stop. Ah, no! How do you make a big one then? Because we can't make more than a big Brandtini. Let me see something real quick. What if I did 6? What if I just did the regular 6? But I did 6 powder delta. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2 Carmetrine, all aged and mixed. 1, 2, stop. A fluffy dream? What? Oh man, I didn't mean to do that. So I take it that's what the fluffy dream is. 6 Adelheid, 3 powder delta. Oh, what I did was I made a large fluffy dream. Okay. All aged and mixed. A couple of these will make your tongue feel velvety. More of them and you'll be sleeping soundly. Sour girly soft. Let's reset. We need to make the Brandtini. Brandtini. Okay. How do you make a big one though? I don't get it. Your love is a drug, man. Yay! It's mole music. Let me try this again. 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, all aged and mixed. 1, 2, stop. Hashtag 20%. I don't know how to make a big one. I want to Google this actually. I think I'm gonna Google this. Against better should I? I don't know, like, I feel like if I, like, Google, like, how to make a large Brandtini, it's gonna be, like, how to make a large Brandtini at the end of the game when Jill does blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I kinda... I can't help it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna have to look this up. I'll be right back. Okay, so... after doing a little bit of quote-unquote experimentation, I realized that I was thinking... remember the problem that I had before where I didn't realize that you could, like, fill in these little squares inside? You can do that for this, too. So... yeah, I feel stupid. I didn't run into any spoilers, actually. Actually, good, thankfully. I didn't think that I would, which is why I took the risk, but you never know sometimes, right? Let's go to mix this. 1, 2, stop. A big Brandtini. Serve. Here. You know, Brandtini is such a weird name. It was originally supposed to replicate the Martini. Problem is, the BTC got a hold of the brand of Vermouth that was named after a certain automobile company. BTC, Vermouth, I don't know what the reference is. So on a weird whim, they changed the name. I see. You know, I was wondering. Yeah? Don't you worry about what the people you work for might be doing with the information you provide? Not really. You don't? Do you worry about what happens when people leave this place drunk? Not really, most of the time. Well, neither do I. Why should you? Do you get people drunk? Some say my beauty is intoxicating, but that's beside the point. Ah, yeah, I love how modest you are, Alma. I get my payment, do my job, and forget about the whole thing. You make your job sound so easy. Once you understand what precautions to take, it's no problem, and I've always found my job fun. However, most of my contracts are consultancy-based gigs. It's not like every day is this thrill. Do you meet with your client, or... I don't. It's always from behind as many foot as I can manage. I remember I once did a job where I had a couple of kids relaying letters. For security reasons, right? Actually, because that way I lose a lot less time. I don't have to deal with clients hitting on me and pestering me after the job's done. Okay. I also don't have to lose time proving my worth because big boobs equal small brain or some shit like that. I mean, protecting my identity is one of the reasons, but the few times I've shown myself... they weren't even risky or dangerous jobs, just run-of-the-mill security checks. Like, I get it, right? It's kind of like how, you know, there are those people who play, like, Call of Duty or something, like COD or something, and the moment the people realize that the player is female, they start harassing her, like, oh, wow, you sound so hot, you wanna blah, 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 you know? Like, I get her. I don't know, maybe I need to show up as a Disheveled notice something, give them what they expect to see. Well, I just didn't show up and save myself the trouble. Yeah, I get that too. Like, it's kind of like, you know, like if, like, there's like a YouTube tutorial, right? There's like a YouTube tutorial, like you're looking up a tutorial for something on YouTube and the person happened to be an attractive female. More than likely, I would assume that a lot of people would probably assume that, they probably don't know what they're talking about. Like, the people probably just got the girl there because they're attractive, and and that would get more people to watch the video or something. And, like, it's not just guys that would do that. It'd probably be, like, girls, like, you know, less attractive girls who would be jealous of the situation as well. Like, oh, wow, why couldn't they get a real girl to do this or something like that? I don't know. So, I don't know, just one of those things. Why just not show up and save myself the trouble? Why all the questions? Just things I've been curious about and always forget to ask. So many Alice_Rabbit headlines have made me wonder about the hacking business too. Okay, you don't have to say underscore every time. Yes, I know that. I just feel like it. Who cares? I'll remember to ask you things next time. I'm going to ask you things next time then. Well, I'll take my leave now. See ya. Take care. Hello, sugar. Ow. Oh, it was Mr. Donovan. It was red, so I assumed that was Mr. Donovan, but I don't know since there's question marks. What are those things? Hello, Mr. Donovan. Like my pop used to say, never just the ass of one with metallic arms. Oh my, why did you try to... I think it's more like plastic and carbon fiber. They're hard as fuck and they're all my abdomen felt. Do you normally greet people that way? I'm a man that can't contain himself when he sees something he likes, kid. Oh, but don't worry, you're safe. You're flatter than that filled at my summer house. I'll take that as a compliment. Frickin' backhanded what is this? So what if I'm flat? A bit of advice, you shouldn't provoke the one serving you drinks or food. Don't be offended, kid. You have your audience, I'm just not part of it. Today I'm making this a quick one, gotta tend to business in a while. Having said that, I'll just have the usual. The usual, he says. Mr. Donovan wants the usual. 3 days and he already has a usual drink. It's a large beer, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, so, it should be 2, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 4, 3, 4, a Karmatrine. I noticed actually, like, it seems like, it's 4K resolution, so we need to make 8, 6, 7, 8. Alright, mix. 1, 2, stop. We have a large beer. The Mr. Donovan voice is... I think it's pretty much based off of the Godot voice, right? It's not exactly the same, right? Because, like, you know, Godot's like this. Ha! Blacker than a moonless night. Harder more bitter than hell itself. Ha! That is coffee. Whereas, like, shut up and know your role. I hate girls like you. Or something, what was something like that. Whereas Mr. Donovan's like this, huh? It's a little bit deeper. It's like, you know, Godot ended up having a little bit more of a deeper voice. I don't know. Ha! Godot. The usual. Sure, this'll work. Eh? Did I give him the wrong? I gave him a large beer, right? What brings you today, Mr. Donovan? That girl I interviewed yesterday is coming again in a couple of weeks. So I was working to clinch an exclusive interview. Did you succeed? Who the hell do you think you're talking to? I'm Donovan D. Donson. I always get what I want. Sure, I had to blackmail the editors of other outlets, but the end result is what matters. I see. Wait, blackmail? You'd be surprised at the kind of stuff you find out when you get the right people drunk. Hey, the signature on the glass over there. Ah, oh yeah. That big-titted Lilum was here? She came yesterday before the concert, yeah. Anything juicy come out of her visit? No. Gossip-worthy? No. Tabloid-worthy? No. Come on, there has to be something. Well, her love for what she does is honest and pure. It's so honest and pure that anyone who tries to ruin it should be ashamed. Oh, don't give me that shit. Throw me a bone here, anything. I've got nothing. Everyone has a price. How much for you to spill the beans? Oh, you think you can buy me, huh? How about you get out of the bar, Mr. Donovan? I'm serious here. She said nothing that could be used against her that you didn't already know. Yeah, she legitimately didn't really say anything bad. It's just that I'm offended that you think that you could bribe me like that. Fine. Hey kid, do you think Lulum have nipples? Excuse me? That's actually a good question. I believe the reason that guys have nipples, right, is because, like, it's from development. You know, it's like they develop them before they develop, like, before they end up transitioning into, like, you know, when you're in the womb and you're developing, you know, like, you know, girls and guys start off the same. It's only until later stages that, you know, they start to differentiate between each other, and that's the reason that guys have nipples. And girls obviously have nipples so that they can breastfeed children, babies, so would Lulum exactly need nipples? I don't know, I feel like it would be it'd be like, you know, the Berserk 2016 anime where everyone's naked, but, like, they don't have, like, genitalia or anything, so they can get away with, like, being naked without having to censor anything. I don't know. Excuse me? I mean, I've seen a couple of pornos where they have them, but they could be modded, you know. So yesterday, while interviewing the single Lulum chick, I kept warning her those tits had nipples. I mean, I'd be fine without them, but the curiosity is killing me. The things that he says, you just don't get it. But I'm even more curious about the engineers that designed them. Can you picture a room full of people discussing whether or not the tits on a Lulum look good? I mean, it's kind of like, you know, when people draw, like, I feel like after a while you stop seeing sexual, like, it's kind of like, you know, like, I feel like if you were someone who, like, drew, like, you know, if you were in the edo anime industry and you drew, like, you know, provocative images, like, naked images, I feel like after a while you would stop seeing things, you know, like, you would stop seeing them, like, sexually, it'd just be, like, just normal things, right? Like, I'm sure a gynecologist, like, is just, like, another part of the body for them, right? I don't know, just one of those things. A bunch of guys and a lesbo engineer wondering if the latest model's vagina is good enough. Why does she have to be a lesbian? I don't understand, like... Man, God bless those son of bitches. Any interesting preview of tomorrow's news? You expect me to share my information when you wouldn't share your scoop on the singer? We didn't have a scoop to begin with! Like, the only thing that we can say is maybe that she has, like, someone break into her house every morning to make her breakfast, which... Actually, when I say that out loud, actually is kinda... I don't know. How can one share when there's honestly nothing to share? Uh-huh. I'm gonna be a good citizen today and let this one pass. Have you heard of a group called the Harbingers? I believe I have, actually. I've heard that name before. I'm not exactly sure where. Not really, no. There's some group wanting to overthrow the White Knights. I read their manifesto in the bathroom once. Interesting piece and even better makeshift toilet paper. So we have, like, you know, like, it's like Enclave versus Brotherhood of Steel if we're gonna go Fallout 3 here. They talk about how the organization's corrupt, full of mob boss or something like that. Or maybe, I guess you could say, like, the Brotherhood of Steel and, like, New California Republic didn't really work together very well. I remember, like, I remember in Fallout New Vegas, I would wear the Brotherhood of Steel armor because it was heavy armor, but I was also friends with the New California Republic, so I go to, like, New California Republic areas, and they would instantly aggro at me and start shooting me. But I guess, like NCR versus Caesar's Legion, Kaiser's Legion, I don't know. They talk about how the organization's corrupt, full of mob boss or something like that. I think I've heard about that somewhere. What of them? They sent a message to some outlets saying they have proof of their claims. That they're gonna release it to the public tomorrow. Oh, that'd be interesting to see. I think. I know, right? Alright, kid, give me a Bleeding Jane so I can call it a day. Bleeding Jane, that kind of sounds like... I don't know, I was about to... Anyway. Okay. He wants a Bleeding Jane. That's a change of pace. I bet he probably wants it big too, because he wants big drinks for whatever reason. For whatever reason. All right, so let's make this big, right? Should I make it big or should I make it normal? I'm gonna make it big. 1, 2. If I make a mistake, I make a mistake. I don't care. 3, 4, 5, 6. Octopods, by the way. See you guys in the next episode.